chat. Ballin' like Kyrie, who could you trust? Yeah, to spit these facts. Let's talk about stats, Spotify plats, and YouTube checks. Let's talk about rap when
Shady
you talk about
Black.
Yes, sir.
Better known as Trendsetta Shady.
Yes, sir.
Where you get your name from?
Which one?
Both.
The Shady Black one. Just to be honest with you, sure it's to the point. Man, that came from me always going the distance and people not really expecting that from me. So, like, I was a sleeper, and that got described as me being shady. You feel what I'm saying? Like Shady Black, they never seen that coming from me. So that's really where that come from. The Trendsetta Shady part, that come from DJ Academics. Shout out to DJ Academics. I had a clothing store. I got into an incident with a Dream Chaser at that time, and when DJ Academics posted the content, he titled my name Trendsetta Shady. So that was the first time anybody ever called me Trendsetta Shady. I just had a clothing store called Trendsetta's Clothing, and but he titled it Trendsetta Shady.
That's fire.
So that's where that came from. But the Shady Black, that's the streets. Mm-hmm. That's all street.
That's what's up. When I first heard about you, it was about like that, probably like 2016. I think you was with Ar-Ab or something like that, and on OBH.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm saying that was when I first heard about you. So what's your relationship with Ar-Ab? How y'all linked up?
I don't have a relationship with him right now, but my relationship with him was through his brother Lik Moss, and for me at that time it was a great relationship for real. Brody, like, he showed a lot of love when we was on good terms. He showed a lot of love for real. So that's how I would categorize that in that state. When it wasn't like that, it wasn't like that. It was it was the opposite of that. So I would say I don't overlove him, I don't overhate him, I don't have no relationship with him right now. He incarcerated. You feel what I'm saying? So we never came to no type of understanding of where we would be at if we in this moment. Me and Lik Moss, we kind of come to an understanding. We respect each other to the point where as though we could coexist in this world without thinking we gotta hurt each other. So that's what me and Moss at. I actually seen the other brother, shout out to PR. I actually seen him before I pulled off just now to come up here. Me and him was kicking it. So that's how that is with me. I live in reality. I see what's going on the internet. It's a cool place when you chilling, I guess, but I live in reality, prison bars, dirt roads, dirt holes and all that type of stuff. So I ain't just quick to be thinking that everything is, murder, death, kill, homicide. But being Brody shit cool, I guess. If I was seeing him, I wouldn't attack him. I don't think he would attack me.
Say that. Tell me what it was like growing up in Philly.
Oh, that shit, man. Growing up in Philly was a beautiful thing for me. I ain't gonna lie. Growing up for me, it came from a lot of culture. The basketball culture, the rap culture, the African-American historical culture, the street culture. You got the Black Mafia, the JBM, and all different types of things. You got a lot of homegrown groups and whatnot come from a golden era, a Philadelphia rap era. You know what I mean? So, like, growing up in Philly for me it was school of hard knocks, you know what I mean? But to be honest with you, I grew up in prison. For me, I grew up in the Pennsylvania judicial system. Penal criminal system, you know what I mean? So it's like I grew up at the placement, then jail at the jail, then prison, prison at the prison, you feel what I'm saying? Penitentiary at the penitentiary after that. It just escalated from one thing to the next. I kind of like grew up in jail. I missed a lot. I wasn't really home like that.
How much time in jail you did?
All together?
Yeah.
I was locked up from 11 to 13. Came home. All together, I did about like a combined like 12, 13 years all together in the system, inside somebody's place, like out my life. I would say more than that. I was locked up from 11 to 13, from 13 to 16.
All right, cool. Yeah. So I'm from Far Rock.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, it was like probably LA, Chicago that was known for really giving it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really see Philly giving it up like that when I was growing up.
I come from a town where social media wasn't really a thing. That's a new thing now. And those places that you spoke about kind of influenced the the I want to say the visuals that you see, the awareness that you see of what's going on in Philly now, that's not really a Philly culture that I'm really from. So to, have other people aware, or it's always those who know type of thing where I grew up. You get what I'm saying? So like the Chicago culture and the LA culture where the gang culture was on blast and things like that, man, it wasn't like that in Philly. They wasn't promoting the JBM and that man or the Black Mafia or, when the Shower Posse was even in Philly. It was a big thing.
Yeah. So when you was growing up, like, who was your peers? Like, who did you grow up with? Like, who some
in
of
Philly?
the people? Yeah.
Like notable people?
Yeah.
I grew up with everybody. Like you got to really name somebody. I really as me personally, I grew up with a lot of the rappers in Philly, and on a street level, a lot of them wasn't in the street. Like we talking about school, we talking about running across them in rec centers and stuff like that. But running across them in like placement or running across them in prison or nothing. Like I told you, I grew up in there too. So like on the school side of things or the growing up side of things, I grew up with the Chris and Neef, and I grew up with Joey Jihad. I grew up with Stacks. He locked up, Free Stacks. I grew up with it's a lot of dudes in the city. You feel what I'm saying? It's I'm from North Philly, so it's like I'm from North, where a lot of the main rappers from my era is from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I grew up with a lot of dudes and interacted with a lot of different dudes. Me and Lik Moss, we come up together. We childhood friends. That's how we know each other. We don't know each other from rap. We know each other from childhood friends. So like, I know Ab through Lik, and that's
Rocky Bag. I mean, bugging. Shout out to Rocky, bro. That's crazy.
Rocky, the female.
Nah, fake bitches hero. Rocky.
Yeah, shout out to Rocky. I ain't grow up. I'm older than her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like one of her brothers. I'm
a
38.
generation older than her?
Huh?
Like a generation older than her,
Yeah,
probably?
I'm like 2 generations older than her
really?
probably. Yeah, I think
yeah.
she young. She young. But shout out to Rocky. Rocky really
Yeah.
First of all, Rocky can rap. We know that.
Yeah,
Like
she
Rocky,
talk.
she talked that talk, and she showed love to a lot of the artists in the city, especially me. So shout out to Rocky for sure. Yeah, she talked, but I ain't grow up with her. I grew up more so with, like I said, we talking about notable rappers.
Meek?
I grew up in he ain't grow up I ain't grow up with him. We from North, but he from up there. I'm from down the hill. I ain't grow up with him. How old is Meek?
I don't know. How old is he? Probably like 30,
Yeah, a lot of people ain't grow up with him.
like 34, 30.
A lot of people.
I don't know. How old is
A lot
he?
of people came up with him, but they ain't grow up with him. He been off the streets for a long time, bro.
You said he been off the streets for a long time?
Yeah, you gotta understand that. Like when you do the numbers, like fuck the internet and all that other shit. Like just really, he ain't that old. So like, you gotta think about how long he been in the game and how long he been off the streets. Niggas ain't growing up with him. He grew up.
Meek is 37.
Yeah, how long he been in the game so far?
I think like what, 2000? I don't even know. When did Meek get signed?
He got signed like
2002.
Like 2002.
He was signed to T.I. first.
Okay. What I'm saying is his path been different. His path ain't been the juvenile placement path, the correctional path, the street corner path. He been working.
Like, he was signed to T.I. in 2008.
He been working. If you wasn't around him, you ain't grow up with him. All that, everything else is a figment of people's imagination. If you wasn't on working around him and running with him, you knew him at the time. That guy been in the work. He been working in the industry. Ain't no, that's like somebody saying I grew up with Chris Brown. How long ago? The last time Chris Brown had to grow up with people outside of the industry.
What you so in Philly, how is like Uzi looked at?
Ooh, shit. It depends on what side. As some people look at him as gay. Some people is looking at him as a killer. Some people would look at him as a pop star. It depends on who you asking. I'm telling you, if you go sit somebody downtown in Center City, Philly, they're going to say a lot of different things about Uzi. You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of conversations looked at as Uzi. Some say going to say he devil worshiper. Some going to say he talented. In Philly, it's a lot of conversations about Uzi. Them conversations they having about Meek, that don't happen in Philly. Like them gay conversations. Nobody never. That's never been a thing, and that's crazy. That's never been a thing, yo. That's only outside of Philly. Nobody in Philly has ever called that man gay. It's never been like, you know how it be rumors, yo. That man ain't never had a rumor like that in our city ever.
You think the industry changed him?
No, I think the industry trying to destroy him. If you really look at the tell of the tape, like a couple years ago, he really woke up and let everybody know. I think y'all give him too much when it comes to the street shit, and people expect too much out of him when it comes to how he's supposed to move as a street nigga, because he been far removed from the street element in a long time. So, like, sometimes, like, me, myself, when I did all that time, I was mature, but I was only mature according to my situation. When I came home, I was faced with a lot of situations that I didn't even know how to deal with, but I'm the mature, I'm the intelligent one. Meek woke up a couple years ago and was like, man, they fucking got us in slave contracts. They doing this, they doing that. Oh, I'm going like this with it, I'm going like that. And then next thing you know, you got a picture of him, Diddy, and the midget. And with no context, they was able to destroy him. And not one shred of proof ever came out. Nobody, no trans ever came out with no DM. Nobody ever came out from there and said, yeah, that's what it is, he lying. Nobody, just a picture with a midget. I don't know who else was at the party with matching shirts. I don't know if it was a thing where all they women brought them together and had matching shirts. I don't even know what the midget was doing in the joint, though, facts. Like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck was the midget doing there? I need answers.
So with Meek, he's not really known. How is he looked at for helping artists in Philly?
He looked at it as a gatekeeper.
A gatekeeper. Yeah,
like what I mean by that is, from his peers, I don't consider, I was locked up. My peers in jail. I don't consider myself his peer, but from his peers, he considered like as a person that was supposed to do X, Y, and Z for him. And from the youngins, he looked at as a person that could do X, Y, and Z for them. It's other avenues that people feel as though he could help with, like, you know, that they feel as though that if it don't benefit him, he or a person ain't doing exactly what he say, he can't really see the vision and empowering nobody else. Like my man, Love Money, they used to, I don't know if you used to see, the Dream Chasers used to wear this. They used to wear it. O'Malley and them, they used to wear this. He stopped them from wearing it because he couldn't get nothing out of it. And my man Spanish. You feel what I'm saying? He stopped them from wearing it. They used to wear it. You could see the old pictures when they on jets. I can get the pictures for you, all that. They used to wear this joint. Used to give it to him. They used to roll. It would have been whatever. It would have been a business deal. He stopped that and pushed his own joint. That's gatekeeping to a dude that's making clothes.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's a lot of artists that he spoke against, and it's proof that he spoke against them. You feel what I'm saying? Dude be doing a lot of stuff like that. So when it comes to him as an artist, like, you know, people ain't looking at him as like a friend. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Motherfuckers look at him as the same way the young boy saying. You feel me? For me, as long as the man can take care of himself, well, I don't even got no motherfucking requirements of long as he could do. But me, as a man, I see him taking care of himself, his family, and his friends. I don't got no criticism outside of, hey, man, I would think that it would be cool to put an infrastructure back in Philly for other people to succeed, especially the youngest in the manner that you succeeded coming out of Philly, especially coming with the knowledge that you got now. So it don't take nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else with imaginary debts, they just imagining that shit. Don't nobody owe nobody nothing.
Was you ever around him?
Who, me?
Yeah.
In person?
Yeah, like
we ain't cool like that. We was on the other side of each other. He was on one side, I was on the other side.
Really? So you was never like hanging around him like that?
I don't got no desire to hang around him. He ain't my type of guy.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't his type of guy. We ain't each other type of guys.
So what about Uzi? Is Uzi looked at as a gatekeeper? Like how Uzi looked at to the younger artists? I
don't think nobody want Uzi to put him on.
Okay.
Don't nobody require that of Uzi. Ain't nobody marching down Broad Street for Uzi either. I think if Uzi get locked up, people just like, all right, they ain't marching down to CJC about Uzi.
You don't think so?
No, man.
Nah.
No, I ain't saying the streets ain't gonna be filled for him if he die. Yeah, the streets gonna be filled. But I'm saying they ain't marching down there. They gonna think he got crazy and hit somebody with a pocketbook. They ain't marching down there for that. They gonna think he did something.
Yeah. So what about how is he looked at with the younger artists?
Uzi?
That yeah.
I mean, his track record with the younger, he don't really. I mean,
But he does help a lot of younger artists, doesn't he?
Not from Philly.
I mean, I think he
helped Pop Hunter, but he snatched that back. He had something with K Gibbs. I think he shut that down. I don't really know no artists, young artists from Philly that he really like. We got a lot of young artists in Philly that's especially in his lane. We got a lot of young artists. But I don't Uzi from up top in North Philly. He from Francisville. I'm from 15th in York. We from two different parts of North Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't speak on how his neighborhood look at him. I'm just talking about as far as like people in the city. When the conversation come up, it's like 5 different ways a person can look at Uzi.
Mm-hmm.
I let Uzi do Uzi. But they got good with him, bro. Like, I just think that people really put too much on Meek. They expect a lot out of him because he portrays a certain persona and not taking nothing away from the man.
Uzi?
No, Meek. They expect too much out. No, nobody expect nothing out of Uzi, bro.
Nah, so
Who expects something? Let me ask you this: you ever heard of an artist complaining that Uzi ain't put him on? Have you ever? Nah, bro, because Uzi on some other shit. He doing what he doing. He don't even give a fuck about if he the king of Philly or not. Meek hold the title of king of Philly. Well, Gilly be saying he king of Philly, but come on, with the rap thing, we know Meek big dog there. You feel what I'm saying? It's with the rap. We come on, it's Meek. Even right now, it's still Meek. It's not?
Nah, yeah, I got some questions though.
Go ahead, shoot your questions.
All right, there's from Long Island Bunny.
Shout out Long Island Bunny.
Without saying names, how many bodies you got?
None.
She also said,
I'm gonna take my shout out back from you, Long Island Bunny.
that was the first question she asked. She also said, what experience you have with a girl? What's your experience with a girl from New York?
Who, me? None. It's none. No experience with a girl from New York. No experience.
You never dated another little girl from New York?
I never dated a female from New York. Huh? Because in my dating cycle, one from New York never popped up. I dated females from South Carolina, North Carolina, fucking Philadelphia, California, all types of places. It's not a bias. I ain't say I wouldn't. You asked me, did I?
Yeah. All right.
Did I come? I mean, plus I was locked up. I ain't got those. I'm a saint. I ain't got those many bodies.
I remember. I just wanted to know that. But I remember you had like a lot of when you moved to California.
Uh-huh.
Why you moved to Cali?
The water.
You said the water?
Yeah, it was so peaceful and serene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
water.
really what it was?
For me, the energy.
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking. I mean, for me, California was, when I got off that plane, it was a new frontier.
Yeah.
You gotta have heart. You gotta have mind.
I understand that. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I went there to
Beautiful
accomplish
place.
things.
Yeah, I know
good.
that. You're smoking a lot of weed out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before that though, it was a point that you planned on going to California, then you did it. Yeah. Why did you plan on going to California?
Yeah. So
what was that? Like you was in Philly.
No.
All right. So why did you plan on going to California?
All right, so everything I had going on in California in regards to trying to Yeah, you crazy, boy. I went to California for the water. But listen, let me tell you something. What I learned about California is you can go over there, you can get clothes for cheap. You feel what I'm saying? And I went over there, and I was in the fashion district all the time. You feel what I'm saying? A lot
Sure.
go down in the fashion district. You feel me? So I was able to get an understanding of the numbers over there, and I was able to get an understanding of what was needed back where I was from. And
Was you rapping at that time?
yeah, I was rapping.
All right, so was you was in Philly, you had the buzz, and you just planned to move to Cali, so you wasn't going through nothing in Philly at that time.
What, that made me move to Cali?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I wasn't going through nothing that made me move. No. I ain't go through nothing until I was over there.
What was you going through when you was over there?
When I was go over there, I end up, before I moved to Cali, you gotta understand, I was at OBH.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Still was on OBH when I moved to Cali. Lik ended up coming over there. We stayed over there he stayed over there for like 6 months too. He stayed for 6 months. I was there for 2 years, but Lik stayed for 6 months. But I moved to Cali. I wasn't going through nothing that made me move to Cali. That's how I can answer that question. But I mean, around that time, you gotta look. OBH, the shit between Ar-Ab and Meek, that shit was going on. The shit between me and Dean, that shit was going on. It was just like, I don't know how the
What was going on though?
It was a little. I don't know. I don't know, man. I walked into that because
What happened though? Like, what was your what? I want to know during that time.
Yeah.
Like, what was your shit? Like, where you was at? Cause you was going through a lot.
Man,
Like, we seen it, but I really want to get into it.
All right, bro, we gonna get into it.
For real, bro.
We gonna get into it.
I really want to get into it.
I understand.
I ain't want to do it.
All right, listen.
I ain't want to do
Yeah, they
it.
crazy.
That's why I held back like that and did the Long Island Bunny shit. If you really want me to get technical,
Yeah. All right,
you feel me?
Look.
So let's really get into it.
Let's get into it, fam.
We can edit and all that.
Nah, listen, we
Facts.
can get into it. So let's get into it. Like, I was applying pressure. You already know that. You understand that. And the pressure, you know. For me, I can't find no cute way or no decent way to talk about the pressure I was applying. But, you know, when it came to us, when it came to OBH, I wasn't beefing with OBH at the time of me going to California. Those was my bros, you feel what I'm saying? We was actually strong. I left to California for a peace of mind after applying pressure, constant pressure. You feel what I'm saying? And when it come to Philly, like in the streets of Philly, I don't really got no respect for like 90% of the rappers because I know how they is off camera and I know how they is. Like, I really know how they is when they get to calling on them phones. They be bitching, they be copping out, they be doing shit contrary to what they say they doing. You feel me? I'm the type of person, what you gonna get from me is how I really am. This is how I am, bro, for real. You know, with being respectful to my freedom and my life and things like that, and respectful to the game. Like, this is how I am, you know what I mean? So for me, I went to California to, honestly, I'm being honest, at the time, I could have went anywhere. I could have went Atlanta, I could have went Miami. I chose to go to Cali because, number one, I went over there for the Vibe, like we went over there for the Vibe Awards or some shit, Vibe Weekend Awards and shit like that. And I liked the vibe. And I said, you know what, I want to go back and I want to explore. And that's what I did for real. But it was applying pressure, man. OBH, we was in a motherfucking lockhead battle with Dream Chasers. And it was just like, it was a real thing. You know, it wasn't, this is real. Like, it was real. Fuck them raps, it was real.
Yeah. Did you ever put hands on Dean?
I had to.
So you did get in an altercation with Dean?
I got in an altercation with him.
What was the situation like?
It was personal. It ain't have nothing to do with OBH. Dean was my childhood friend. I wouldn't say childhood friend, but he been my friend since we was kids. You feel what I'm saying? Through mutuals, we became friends, and as we grew up as adults, and we kept that friendship all the way up into the disagreement. We had a large disagreement about, you know, the position I felt as though he should have took in a certain situation, and his thing with me was my position that I took in a certain situation. So the conversation went how it went, and then when we seen each other, I honestly would have thought that he would have swung on me first, or whatever the case may be. So that's how it went. Yeah, that's what happened with Dean. It wasn't like I was punching him and I'm bitching him up and this, that, and the third. No, it wasn't that. He said he thought I had a gun. I mean, maybe people think I got guns all the time or something, or got guns on me.
You made a video and said he ran from you.
Huh?
You made a video.
Yeah, he ran because he thought I had a gun. Yeah, I ran when he ran too. Cause I thought he was gonna get a gun. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I ain't no gun. Gotta chill him out. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it a buck. But we squashed that shit, man. Squashed that shit.
Yeah.
People be throwing me in his face. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because that's what they got for them. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a type. I'm not gonna throw nobody in your face.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say, yo, in fact, such and such. I ain't even. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what I know about your beefs, nigga.
Yeah.
They ain't got nothing to do with me and you. For real, I feel like that's a cop out. You talking about what another man did. What you did. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those situations. Do
you feel like Dean has a right to not fuck with Meek Mill or like mess around like?
They personal friends. I mean, from the issue that Dean said, I mean, even when me and him talk, he said, bro, no matter what I did or what I said, I never put my hands on you. I never harmed you as a friend. So fuck all that shit you talking about, nigga. You harmed me. I never harmed you as a friend. With him and Meek's situation, he's saying flat out, like, bro, I don't give a fuck what we went through, bro. You killing my reputation. I never broke in your crib. So I understand a nigga when he say he feel like he been wrong. You feel what I'm saying? All the other antics behind it is not up for me to judge because Meek doing just as much as him or was doing just as much as him. So I let them niggas play that shit out like it played out. But far as me and him go, I really reached out to him. I've been reaching out to him over the years. You feel what I'm saying? And we kind of buried that shit. I would hope we buried that shit. We probably got to run when we see each other. That's cool. I expect that. It's cool. It's cool. I don't want to have to kill him. I don't want him to have to kill me about a knuckle, a fist, a cuff.
Yeah.
It's just a fight.
So what about O'Malley?
I don't know him.
You don't know O'Malley?
At all.
Do you know about his situation with Meek? Are they cool?
I don't know them. I don't know him.
It seemed like Meek is falling out with all of his friends.
That usually happens with people, successful people. That usually happens. You remember when Bean said he couldn't handle the rock, got horse in the game? One time it happened to me. I heard that rap and it really resonated. Shit broke me down a little bit. Damn, I ain't really know what I had going on. It had too much. It got overwhelmed. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit happens. Niggas fall out with niggas all the time. I think them niggas would be at his funeral though. So that's why I don't get too deep into it. It ain't like niggas ain't good. That's his cousin at the end of the day. That's they cousin, they blood cousins. So how much not fucking with each other you gonna do? They cousins.
What about the older dudes like Beanie Siegel and Freeway growing up? Would you ever like, you know what I'm saying, attached to them, or did you ever have relationships with them?
I got relationships with them. I got through Chris and Eve, through my brother LA. You know, he got killed. I got relationships with someone with Beanie, with Freeway. Speak at a bare minimum, a speaking relationship. I kind of like. I want to say I took issue with them about a lot of things after my brother died. So I spoke to them in certain manners and said certain things that would say we ain't really got no relationship like that today. Yeah. But we had a strong relationship back when I was younger coming up. That's the era I come from. Yeah. State property era. That's how I classify it.
Yeah. So speaking of your brother around 2002, what I don't really know. I know 2002 something happened in your life. Yeah. So what was 2002 like in your life?
First 6 months up until the day my brother got killed, my first 6 months was cool. I was up Glen Mills playing football, getting my education, doing a little bit. June 23rd, 2002, I got a phone call early in the morning. I woke up out my sleep. They told me, go down to the counselor office.
Wait, where were you?
I was in jail in the boys' school, all boys' school, disciplinary school. I was in it's called Glen Mills. You don't know about Glen Mills? You ever heard of Glen Mills? It's called Glen Mills School. But Glen Mills School is a disciplinary school for all boys. I was there. You get your vocations, you get your athletics and all that. You get your education. Yeah. I was there doing my thing, my 1-2. I got a phone, a call, a wake up, tap, come to the office. phone call home, they let me know my brother got killed. So from that point on, for like the next 3 years, my life was fucking shattered glass, my nigga. You feel me? Shattered glass. Like shattered glass.
Was you doing that time in jail?
I came home in August. I went back to jail in December though.
Okay. And how long did you do in jail?
After that,
Yeah.
so I did 7 years and 9 months straight. I went back to jail from 16 to 24.
Damn, what did you get locked up for?
I got locked up for attempted murder.
Damn.
So, God.
And that was one time you went to jail. That was the one time. So how many times total did you do in jail?
Been locked up
Total years.
all together, probably like a total year, probably like 12, 14 years. Yeah, incarcerated.
What was it like in jail?
Man,
What was your reputation? What was your reputation in jail?
my reputation's stellar. For me, jail was school. Jail is one or two places for a person. It's a smart man's school or it's a playground for fools. So like for me, jail was school. And I treated that shit like that. I learned from who I could learn from. I stood my ground just like you would in school. You know what I mean? Jail was school. It wasn't no playground for me. It wasn't nowhere where I was trying to take cool pictures, this, that, and the third, write long letters to women. It was mental warfare. It was physical warfare too. Like my reputation, I'm a fire starter.
Yeah.
I get kicked out from jail to jail. You get that shit popping.
How many altercations would you say you got into?
In jail?
Yeah.
Probably in which jail?
Damn.
I get in altercation. It ain't the jail I ever been in. I ain't get in jail besides SCI Frankville. In altercation besides SCI Frankville. Every jail I go in.
Was there ever a time you felt uncomfortable?
In jail?
Yeah.
Every time I walk into a new jail, you don't know what's going on. You gotta face your fears. Yeah, you don't know who dead. You don't know what's dead. You don't know what knife waiting to stab you in the neck. You don't know if you walking down the block, nigga just gonna jump out the cut and bang you.
You ever clicked up with anybody?
What, in jail?
Yeah.
Like on some
Homie shit. Like, yeah.
Like, no, what you mean like click up?
Like, where I'm from, it's like Crips, Bloods. You understand?
Yeah,
you got
no,
gangs
I'm
like
alone.
Patias.
I mean, I got homies and all
like,
that. I got homies I cool with, but where I'm from, you gotta stand on your two. I mean, we got gangs in the jails too. You got Blood Crips and all that, and they do click up because that's the culture of what they got going on. But, yeah, no, I didn't fall into that category, so I had to really just stand on my own. And I got homies, I got people that I deal with it, but I had to stand. I had to do my time on my tent.
Yeah. So Shady Black, that was a Shady Black that was in jail. But they was calling you in jail.
Shady Black.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna let a nigga call you Pootie.
Yeah, you got knockouts in there? Tell me an altercation, like, we had to knock somebody out in there where you felt like a nigga was playing with you.
It was, believe it or not, 95% of the rumbles I got in the jail wasn't even about me, man. I usually be spearheading in frontline situations when I know it required my presence and whatnot. You feel me? Somebody might have got themselves in something too big they can handle, might be on my side. I know it's too big for them. If I can't cop out for them, I take it on myself.
Yeah.
My knockout records is like, that's well known in jail. Like, everybody know that these joints crazy. A particular incident, I'm gonna give you an incident. I got a guy, I got my old head, I got my friend. His young boy got a altercation with my friend. My friend wanna stab this guy and kill him. My friend got 3 life sentences. This guy got a 5 to 10. My friend, my old head, got life. So it's me with numbers, him with life, my old head with life, his young boy with numbers. My friend is willing to kill my old head and the young boy to prove his point. So as we're walking, I see that it's not going anywhere. I know that if we go on the next loop in that cut where the cops can't see us, it's over. At that point, I stepped across my old head and knocked this young boy out in front of the cops. I lost my parole. They rushed over, locked us up. My young boy never got a chance to stab nobody. And he's still at that jail to his day, able to see his family because he was close to home.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. So also, speaking of music, I want to talk about music for a second.
We can talk.
What you feel about Drake, Kendrick?
to be honest with you, man, on in the beginning, I felt good about the whole shit. I'm like, this some lyrical shit. Like, this some shit. It's entertaining. As I start hearing what they was talking about, the shit scared me because it scared me because of the fact that on a high level, you got the arguably number one and number two, right? No matter who put what, it's number one and number two talking, right? We dealing with infidelity. We dealing with domestic issues. We dealing with paternity issues. We dealing with depression. We dealing with disloyalty, treason, violence, all these different things, right? So for me, all the shit that got highlighted, once they start cutting in on their families, that shit fucked it up for me, man. I ain't gonna lie. Once Kendrick started talking to his mom or talking to his kid and Drake talking about his wife and all that, it kind of took it out the spirit of the vein.
Yeah.
But as far as songs go, I am a Drake fan.
Yeah.
But I feel as though Kendrick went harder. As a Drake fan, I wasn't trying to hear Drake talk no fucking melody shit. He supposed to went hard. You feel what I'm saying? Kendrick, after you get past the little weird intros sometimes, and they weird to me, maybe not to nobody else, but he fucking going hard.
Yeah.
So
did you expect his what do you think happened with Drake's security guard getting shot?
Now I seen that too, man. Holly, I mean, that's Canada, but the media is a crazy place, man. I don't know what to think about that.
Front of his house?
It's not true. Yeah, because listen, when you think about Drake raps, he talking about the castle and the security with the dogs and the earpieces. Where the fuck was the helicopter at to chase down the car that did the drive-by? Where the fuck was the Doberman pinchers at the bark to let somebody know they was pulling up on the premises? They saying it's a shooting from inside. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. Maybe Drake had a temper tantrum and shit. I don't know what the fuck happened at the Palace, but how did that happen at the Palace? The nigga got a $3 million bid. How the fuck is they doing drive-bys at the crib, bro?
Why do you feel like
$3? You feel me?
Yeah.
How the fuck they doing? You got the mattress $3 million. How the fuck is you doing drive-bys at my crib?
Why do you feel like all of these artists hate Drake? Everybody hates him.
They gonna hate you too, bro. Watch when you get there.
Why?
You gonna know why. I've been there. In my realm, in my world, my level of success that I've reached, I've been there. They hate you at that point because you made it to a point they didn't get to, and they see they slice of the pie on your pie, but they don't see all the slices you got cut out for somebody else. They feel like Drake owed them. Drake did more for his era with music and artists and shit than anybody. So I respect it, but they gonna hate you. They gonna hate you when you get there. Let you do 5 million views overnight, and then watch what happens. They gonna start criticizing the background, the leather seats, the mic and shit, your guests, all types of shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy up there. It's crazy up there, bro.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
Nah, for sure.
They gonna question you.
I know.
They hate him
I know.
because he's successful.
What about Nicki? I want to talk about all the music. What about Nicki?
Minaj?
Yeah. You feel like it's rap beef, right? Nicki Minaj sent a shot at Megan mom. She said a line towards like Megan mom or something like that. And, do you feel like that's below the belt as well?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it on some real shit. You wanna know the principle we apply to that?
What?
Man, we stay out of that shit, bro. That's between Megan and Nicki. We can't say
It's
that.
hip hop though.
No, but that's they type of hip hop.
So you don't listen to female music?
I do listen to female music. I don't listen to females I don't listen to females dissing each other. I never listen. I can't get into that. When I listen to female, like when I listen to Rocky, right? Rocky be talking that shit. She be talking about her talent. She be talking about her relationship issues. She be talking about.
She be walking.
Right. She be walking. If I just did Rocky Challenge, she was on there dissing. I'm like, yo, Rocky tripping. She's hot as shit, but that's not the Rocky song I'ma listen to.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. I stay out of it. I applied that principle. That's a female. I ain't speaking on her beef.
What about Meatball? How you feel about Meat?
Oh, shout out to Meek, man. She a young comedian coming up, doing her thing, free spirit. I met Meek a couple times in the street. She be out there, you know what I mean? You'll see Meek driving by. Somebody be driving in the car. She get a million shout outs. She a local celebrity for real.
Yeah. She got a deal with the Bad Girls Club.
Oh, yeah, that's lit.
Something like that. Zeus Network.
Oh, yeah, that's lit. I think Rocky doing something with Zeus Network, too. I think she doing something with Aunt Dad, Waka Flocka Mom.
That's what's up.
That's lit. Shout out to Meatball.
Yeah. So have you ever signed artists?
Me, have I signed an artist?
Yeah.
No, I never signed an artist. I backed artist plays. One of the artists that I backed was killed, Brucey the Rapper. Rest in peace to Brucey the Rapper. But
sorry for your loss.
It's bigger loss with his kids. But thank you though, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, man. It's a lot we could talk about, man. I got a lot written down, and you know. How much time we in right now, Lee? 42. All right, yeah, we let's see. I got a lot more written down though. Your dad. We can speak about your dad. I want to talk about your dad. I got a lot written down. I really got a lot written down.
Man, go ahead, take your time, bro.
All right, say that.
As long as it makes sense for you, bro.
Nah, for sure.
I'm cool. If it wouldn't make sense for me, I would have been here.
Nah, for sure. Say that. You married? You ever thought about marriage?
Yeah, I've been married 4 times.
4 times?
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
I got 4.
4 kids?
Yeah.
How many?
Baby moms?
Yeah.
I got 1 child by my ex-wife, one of my ex-wives, and 3 children by my current wife.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you married right now?
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. Girls, boys?
I got 1 girl, 3 boys.
Oh, okay.
Babies. I got a 12-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5.5-month-old.
All right. That's what's up. All right. Siblings?
Yeah, I got a deceased brother, a brother that's alive, and 2 sisters. I'm the middle child.
All right. All right. What was your relationship with your moms and dad growing up? Was y'all in the same household?
Me and my mom was close. Like, through my mom been through a lot. They doing a little documentary on her right now and whatnot. But me and my mom was real close. She went through a lot, drug addiction, single parenthood, growing up in the crack epidemic, being a basketball player and all types of shit like that. My mom was like a high school basketball player, well known in the neighborhoods in the city of Philadelphia for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But me and her, I used to go to work with her and everything. Me and my dad, we wasn't so close growing up. He lived right in the next 100, in the next block up, like you could see him up the street. But I knew he loved me and I loved him. It was just something there. But we great now. Like, he fucking around, called me while we sitting here. We great now because that's what I wanted. So that's what I work for.
I remember you saying in the video your dad was living up the block from your mom.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that. And you saying that they love you right there.
Yeah.
Like, you saying that they love you right there.
Yeah, in that pocket. Yeah, in that neighborhood.
Like, was like, I don't know if they love me over there, but I know.
I don't know if they love me in Nicetown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I know I got people that love me in Nicetown. I do know that, but I'm not from there. A lot of people think I'm from Nicetown because they associate me with Chris and Neef in that manner, or they did growing up because of the connection between them and my brother being killed. Yeah. So I'm not from Nicetown, though, but shout out to Nicetown. Yeah. Topside, Lowland, shout out to them.
Yeah. No, say that. All right, so, yeah, what about, we about to wrap it up in a second, if you heard. All right, I want to talk about Act 2. How you feel about academics?
Shit, academics is the culture, for real. I feel the same way about academics that I feel about rappers. Myself included. People like to ostracize people and look for scapegoats. A lot of people use academics as a scapegoat to their negativity. He only reporting on the shit they put out. He ain't hacking nobody's phones, getting no private shit. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like academics a goat. He he really is the determining factor. And right now, the narrative between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, without academics, like nobody will give a fuck about that beef like that. It been going on. Nobody gave a fuck about that like that because nobody cared about it because we understood they was two totally different artists. But without academics, that beef don't go like that. Academics the determining factor. He a big part of the culture.
Yeah. No Jumper as well. You watch No Jumper?
Yeah,
How you feel about them?
he weird. You heard me? He weird. I don't,
That cop.
I don't,
How you feel about No Jumper?
No Jumper is weird, in my opinion. Yeah, I can't get into him. I tried, but he don't bring no value to the table. You feel what I'm saying? Like academics really bring a value to the table. And what I mean by that is he break new artists for real. On a daily, he always posting somebody. People can assume that they paying him, but you never know why he posts somebody's shit. You feel what I'm saying? He put a lot of people in position with the podcasting. You feel me? With the whole situation. So, you know.
Okay, where do I begin? So you're gonna have to repeat what I asked you because Mike's not gonna pick it up. All right. Let's. Is there such a thing as too far in rap?
Yeah, for me, there is a such thing as too far for rap beef. The too far point is where you take the content past challenging somebody's creativity and really taking your content to the point to destroying a character and disrespecting them as a person. At that point, it's no longer a rap beef. That's a full out assault on your character, your brand, your money that you got. It's an assault on your livelihood. Yeah, so it's too far.
So how would you determine what is too far? Because rap beef is essentially disrespectful. So how much disrespect is too much?
For me, personally, what's too much is when you mention a person's household. You get what I'm saying? For me, that's like tasteless. And anything else is pretty much fair game. Whatever you do in public as an artist, whatever you dropped in public as an artist, whatever bodies of work can be scrutinized, whatever you got going on as an artist in public can be scrutinized, your actions. But to dive into people's households and things like that, that's a little too much for me.
So you're saying family is the limit?
For me, yes.
Now what if your family is now speaking out in the beef? They put this up in the beef. Now how are they off limits if they're speaking?
They not off limits. For me, if your family put themselves in the beef by speaking up or speaking against an artist, like reposting your music or anything like that, anybody that put themselves in it is fair game. If you dropping snippets, putting your voice on it, condoning, doing intros, outros, interludes, all you in it. You in it.
So liking a post on Instagram or liking a tweet, does that put you in it as well?
Yeah, because you agree with it. You agree with it. If you was taking the position I would take, you wouldn't have anything to do with it. You wouldn't support it or go against it. You just would be away from it. It wouldn't be something that you'd like. Because you can't like somebody disrespecting me and think I'm liking you. I don't like you now.
What's the next thing coming for you? It's not rap, life.
Life-wise, right now I'm working 2 full-time jobs. I'm a assembly technician. I build batteries for the government. And I'm a machine operator. I'm learning how the ins and outs. I also do electromechanical assembly. Right now, I'm working 2 jobs so that I can accelerate my credentials when it comes to engineering. So I'm doing everything in that field when it comes to engineering technician so that I can go ahead and advance in my career without going to school and without losing the pay and without gaining the debt of having to go get a paper certificate. So I'm working right now. Yeah, I ain't in the streets, man. The streets is a cul-de-sac. It's a dead end. You go in there, you get in. Sometimes you can come out. Sometimes you can't come out, depending on how you go in there. But yeah, I know that and I recognize that. So for me right now, I'm really focused on building my financial portfolio up through working. I'm taking pride in not taking nothing off the street, not hurting nobody to get my paper. For the first time in a long time, all my kids eating without, putting no fire in their belly or nothing like that. I'm really just working, and it feel good. It feel real good. I open up my own businesses and things like that, and I got those dreams and aspirations. But right now, this is how I'm building my capital. This is the way I see it. Ain't nobody coming to help me, and this is how I gotta help myself, and that's how I do it. I go ahead.
Two questions.
Yeah.
I'll be done.
No, you good.
Speaking on what you're doing currently, what is it that you see yourself doing the next 5 to 10 years? You talked about starting a business.
Yeah, so
Do you
me.
want to jinx it? Because I know the saying, if you speak about it too soon, it's harder for it to come about.
I don't really believe in jinx. I think that everything is decreed. That's why I don't have no jealousy in my body for nobody's success. You get what I'm saying? Everything that was going to come to you was going to come to you. Everything that's coming to me is coming to me. Honestly, for me, in the next 5 years, you say, so for me, it's revamping my detailing business. I went to school for detailing. I got certifications in different aspects of detailing, and I also was able to learn how to scale a detailing business from the ground up. So for me, I got some personal milestones that I put up on my refrigerator, and I got to hit them personal milestones, and then I'm going to go back out into the entrepreneurial world, secure a building, and go ahead and put my program together, because I designed a full-scale program system for detailing. So it's going to be my own personal system on how to get things done effectively and and efficiently. So I got that planned out, but I just got to get my capital right. I got my business plan. I got everything.
Now, last question. Since you recognize the state of the streets and what it does to the youth and the black community, would you ever go on a panel to maybe help the youth go on a different path other than streets? That way you can maybe give some of your testimonial.
For me, that's a definite yes. I owe the streets that. I owe that. That's a debt. I mean, yeah, yes, I would. I mean, for me, would I ever go on a panel to speak to the youth and give back to the streets in a way that will enlighten them? Yes, for me, that's a debt that I owe. That's a debt that anybody that came from the streets owe. I survived the streets not because I'm rich and famous. I survived the streets because I'm alive and I'm well and I'm of sane mind and I'm of good health. And the energy that I wake up on every day now, it don't have anything to do with nothing, the deterioration of the streets. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't be defined by doing some criminal stuff, or I can't be defined by quote unquote being a gangster. I'm just a man. I'm a man. You can't hurt me or harm me because I'm not going to allow you to do that. But I can't be defined by this. That's going to hold me back. It's going to stop me from going to get the education that I need to pass on to my kids so they don't go through what I go through. I got 4 kids. I got 3 boys, 1 girl. I really, really, really got to get some stuff in order, rap or not. You get what I'm saying? So I'm on it.
I think this is good.
You good.
When did you realize that burning fire that was in you? From growing up in the streets, there's a fire in all of us, and to survive, to get that money, you're putting your life on the line every time you go out, you're doing that stuff, and there's a fire in you. When did you realize that fire changed inside of you to make you want differently?
So I think the fire in me that was burning, that had me running out there in them streets, being so, I would say so aggressive in them streets, the fire in me that changed, I think that came about when I realized that no matter what, a 10-year sentence was a life sentence for me, and I would always have to start over at a warehouse job. When I realized that, I had to take a look around me and see how regular people were living and surviving. Because for me, I wasn't living. I was living good. I was living. I wasn't living regular. I had to look around and see how other people were able to live luxurious without being a criminal, without doing criminal things. And I think that the humility part came in when I looked around and seen that so many people were investing in so many different things that you kind of, that cognitive dissonance kind of sit in. Like, this the uncomfortable truth right here. Like, I can't stand on this right here no more. I used to have the excuse of I'm trying to get mine so I could do all, and then, no, I can't stand on that no more. I gotta bust a move a different way. I really walked away from the streets. Like, I walked right away from the streets. Like, I'm talking about I pulled off from the block and walked away and just left and didn't come back. Like, nobody kicked me off the streets or nothing like that. I really packed everything I had going on, bikes and all types of stuff in my neighborhood. My neighborhood crazy. I packed everything up in the car that I wanted and left and went and got 2 jobs. And I
have so many more questions the more you talk. I'm not trying to take over the interview.
You good? You good?
Let's see. Do you have survivor's remorse?
No. No, I don't have survivor's remorse. Like, no, I'm surviving. Like, I don't got no remorse for surviving. No, this is how it plays out. I'm trying to survive. I got a legacy I'm trying to build. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't got that type. No, I'm living. I don't got no remorse for surviving. I'm surviving this shit.
You don't ever think, you still look over your shoulders though?
No.
You don't?
No.
You don't have that thought that maybe somebody that you may have wronged back in the day may come to,
No, I came here by myself with no gun. He could have set me up. I know people from Grape Street.
No, not here. But I'm saying in general.
No, I'm telling you. I'm giving you an example. I came here by myself. I traveled through 3 different states and came here by myself with nobody, no security, no nothing. I don't walk like that. I can't live like that, man. If I live like that, I'm going to go on the hunt. If you make me feel like that, I'm going to come, man, I ain't got to live like that. I don't live like that. I don't live like that. I'm happy. I walk out my door straight up. I don't look over my shoulder. I'm sorry, I don't look over my shoulder. Ain't nobody doing that to me. I'm come get you if you do. Look at my face, whatever camera you at. I'm gonna come get you if you do.
So, is there anything you want to promote, shout out?
Yeah, definitely. For me, shout out to Love Money. Shout out to my guy Smoke Love Money. Make sure y'all go check Love Money out. That's the sign. No man is rich and no man is poor. Y'all see it right here. Love Money. It's the QR code and whatnot. If y'all see this, a Philly brand, it's going global. My man getting distribution, manufacturing. He ready to go global. So shout out to him, man. This came out his trunk. 1 shirt sold, now 1 million shirts sold. That man gold. Shout out to Bippers, Baltimore Bippers. Shout out to my guy Faction We Trust for bringing me in. Shout out to my city. You feel me? Everybody, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to DJ Academics. I appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out to the chat niggas.
Ain't nobody bigger than the chat niggas, man. The chat lit.